China released a million rabbits into the desert. What happened next shocked the world. So they released millions of rabbits into the desert and something actually happened.
Imagine a million rabbits causing a desolate desert to suddenly teem with life. It may sound like something from a fantasy, but China made a bold move to stop desertification in the 1980s that left everyone in the world perplexed. Environmentalists, scientists, and residents observed how rabbits browsed, burrowed, and unexpectedly changed the dry terrain. What followed shocked everyone by transforming one of the most hostile deserts on Earth into an unanticipated ecological experiment that continues to astound people today. The Million Rabbits Project. The Dalit Banner Desert in Inner Mongolia was a huge, harsh terrain in the early 1980s. Under a blazing heat, wind-blown dunes extended forever, the soil dead and cracked. There was hardly any vegetation, and nearby settlements had to contend with a shortage of space for farming and cattle grazing. Earlier attempts to stop desertification, such reforestation initiatives, irrigation trials, or the planting of resilient grasses, had frequently failed. It appeared that the desert was immune to traditional remedies. In light of this, Chinese scientists came up with a strategy that initially seemed nearly absurd, releasing more than 1.2 million rabbits into the desert. They selected French Rex rabbits, which are renowned for their ability to burrow, their manageable size, and their resilience in a variety of climes. This unconventional approach was based on ecological principles. Rabbits dig. Because they burrow, the earth becomes more aerated, allowing rainwater to seep into and feed the roots. By limiting the dominance of any one plant species and promoting diversification, they feed selectively. Additionally, their droppings improve deficient soil with nutrients by acting as a natural fertilizer. To put it briefly, the rabbits were supposed to work diligently to revitalize the desert as little furry ecosystem engineers. Such a large-scale project needs remarkable logistical coordination to plan. To guarantee a strong, healthy population, tens of thousands of rabbits were grown in carefully regulated conditions. Carefully planned enclosures, consistent feeding schedules during the transition, and rigorous tracking to ensure survival rates were met were all necessary for their safe transportation into the desert. Researchers had to figure out how many rabbits each region could support, forecast how feeding and burrowing would affect the flora and soil, and take seasonal weather patterns into consideration. The potential of overpopulation, devastation of the vegetation, or even mass die-offs resulting from a mistake made the attempt both exciting and nerve-wracking. International observers and local populations originally responded with suspicion. The unexpected appearance of thousands of hopping creatures over the sand dunes was confusing and even entertaining for the inhabitants. Scientists from other countries questioned whether rabbits could even survive in such a hostile environment, much less enhance an ecosystem. Before any obvious effects had materialized, headlines ranging from disbelieving to downright hilarious dubbed the scheme the Million Rabbit Miracle. The Chinese team proceeded in spite of reservations, sure that close observation and scientific supervision would result in significant improvement. The bunnies got to work right away after being unleashed. They cause ecological changes by burrowing, eating scant plants, and excreting nutrient-rich droppings. Their burrows helped rainwater penetrate deeper strata by loosening compacted soil. While droppings nourished the soil and promoted seed development, grazing promoted plant diversity. The desert started to react gradually but steadily. Among the sand, little shoots of vegetation appeared, the first concrete indication that this unusual experiment might succeed. Early observers were intrigued by the mid-1980s. Plant growth was now evident in bare areas that had been dead for decades. At first viewed with skepticism and mockery, the rabbits were turning out to be more than a mere curiosity. They served as catalysts for a unique ecological experiment that showed how even tiny animals might have a profoundly positive environmental influence when used carefully. This project brought to light an important lesson. Often the most unusual solutions, in this case, a million little hopping engineers, are the ones that provide remarkable outcomes. Early evidence suggested the amazing power of nature acting in concert with invention, despite doubters' doubts about the wisdom of releasing rabbits into a hostile desert. However, it's important to comprehend how serious salad banner's desertification issue had been before the desert fully developed. This battle made this rabbit experiment both critical and groundbreaking. The desertification issue. Understanding the scope of the desertification issue that China's million bunnies were intended to address is essential to appreciating their narrative. Desertification is a complicated natural process whereby fertile land gradually loses its productivity as a result of soil erosion, overgrazing, deforestation, and climate change. It is not just a visual phenomenon. Over 3.6 billion hectares of land are impacted worldwide, endangering biodiversity, food security, and the means of subsistence for millions of people. China has long struggled with desertification, especially in the north and west, where wind erosion, excessive land use, and dry climate combine to cause environmental damage. An extreme example is the Salad Banner Desert in Inner Mongolia. It was a harsh, windy landscape in the 1980s, with only a few hardy shrubs strewn here and there among the dunes and soil so compacted that water could hardly pass through. Sand was driven by strong winds through villages, ruining homes, roads, and agricultural land. The stability of nearby settlements, as well as agriculture, were under risk from the desert's expansion. A more desolate and hostile environment resulted from the forced relocation of numerous families due to diminishing harvests. There has been little success in reversing desertification in the past. Despite their good intentions, reforestation programs sometimes failed because immature seedlings were unable to withstand the harsh heat, drought, and poor soil. The cost of irrigation projects was high, and they needed a lot of water, which was limited in an already dry area. Because of the severe conditions, even the introduction of hardy grasses or shrubs only offered a little reprieve. In essence, conventional approaches proved inadequate, prompting researchers and decision-makers to look for creative substitutes. The difficulties went beyond merely putting up plants. Desertification is a complex ecological problem. Further erosion and dust storms result from the land's diminished capacity to hold moisture when soil quality deteriorates. While invading species can establish themselves and further destabilize the ecosystem, native flora finds it difficult to recover. Human activity made the issue worse, especially cattle overgrazing. The few surviving plants would be removed from the area by cows, sheep, and goats, leaving the soil vulnerable to the sun and wind. Food production, livelihoods, and regional climate patterns would all be impacted if nothing was done to stop the desert's further expansion. These restrictions made it clear that unconventional thinking was required. Scientists and environmentalists agreed that any long-term solution needed to cooperate with nature rather than interfere with it. Ecological engineers, not people with machines, but a creature that could gradually alter the terrain, entered the picture. Rabbits. Scientists aim to use biological processes to restore fertility and plant life in a manner that conventional human methods had not been able to do by taking into account the rabbit's natural habits. The problem of desertification was social and economic in addition to ecological. Salad Banner residents relied on small-scale farming and animals, but their capacity to maintain these pursuits dwindled annually. Poverty rose and migration pressures increased as the land deteriorated. Policymakers required a solution that would guarantee the prosperity of local communities, increase productivity, and rehabilitate the land all at once. Due to this urgency, millions of rabbits were released to function as agents of ecological change in what appeared to be an absurd experiment. The mission of the bunnies becomes more than just a funny tale when one comprehends the desertification conundrum. It puts the dangers, stakes, and creativity needed to try such an endeavor in perspective. The Salad Banner Desert was a live, breathing environment in distress, rather than just a desolate playground. Any action have to deal with human demands, fragile soil, and climate extremes, no matter how unusual, a task that few had tried before. The scenario was prepared for the unlikely intervention of the rabbits, a daring, unorthodox tactic that would push the boundaries of ecological problem-solving, keeping in mind the terrible situation of the desert. Other animals? Why not? The rabbits' impact on the desolate terrain started subtly but slowly after they were let loose into the Salad Banner Desert. Even though it may have seemed ludicrous to outsiders that millions of rabbits would be jumping across sand dunes, each tiny, fuzzy animal was unexpectedly important in changing the environment. Because of their capacity for digging, resilient nature, and moderate size, the French Rex rabbits were selected with the goal of actively contributing to ecological restoration rather than just surviving. Their excavation had the initial effect. Because each rabbit dug a network of tunnels into the ground, the compacted earth was naturally freed. Instead of evaporating rapidly under the scorching desert sun or rushing off the surface, this aeration process allowed water to seep deeper into the soil. This straightforward behavior eventually contributed to the development of micro-reservoirs of moisture, where seeds might sprout and fledgling plants could take root. Essentially, the rabbits took on the function of natural soil tillers, something that would have taken months or perhaps years for people to do with machines. Additionally, rabbits had little but important effects on plant life. They prevented any one species from taking over by selectively grazing, which facilitated the establishment of a wider variety of plants. Their droppings added vital elements like potassium, phosphorus, and nitrogen to the soil, acting as natural fertilizers and accelerating the growth of seedlings that had previously struggled. In regions where the rabbits were most active, researchers saw increased plant species per square meter, better root systems, and quicker germination rates. As life gradually reclaimed the arid landscape, patches of green eventually emerged in the desert that had previously been a homogeneous sea of sand. The environment of the desert was also impacted by the rabbits' presence. By discovering new food sources, predators like foxes, owls, and raptors quietly restored long-gone predator-prey relationships. The ecology was further stabilized by the thriving insects and smaller microbes in the nutrient-rich soil produced by the rabbits' activity. The rabbits contributed to the restoration of a more resilient and balanced ecosystem where plants, herbivores, and predators could live together more sustainably by starting these cascade effects. Careful observation of rabbit populations was essential to the experiment's success. To make sure the rabbits weren't overeating plants or further destabilizing the desert, scientists monitored grazing patterns, mortality rates, and reproduction rates. By allowing for controlled population increase through controlled introduction into various Salad Banner regions, the ecological benefits might be sustained for years without having unforeseen repercussions. The experiment's transformation from a short-term intervention into a long-term ecological solution depended heavily on this fine balance between human control and natural behavior. The rabbits offered other, unanticipated benefits in addition to soil and plant growth. Local farmers saw that following rains, regions with rabbit activity started to hold more water, lessening the severity of flash erosion. Plant species were able to colonize new regions far from their original location thanks to seeds that rabbits ate and expelled across the desert. Local attitudes were altered by the visual impact of green patches amidst the massive desert dunes, which gave them hope that a landscape that had before seemed irreparable could be restored. The potential of biological intervention as an ecological engineering technique was illustrated by the Salad Banner experiment. The introduction of a living agent that could constantly alter its surroundings proved to be significantly more successful than traditional techniques like irrigation or tree planting, which had only modest results. By engaging in basic activities like burrowing and grazing, rabbits sparked a chain of ecological events that eventually improved soil fertility, expanded plant diversity, and promoted the slow restoration of a damaged landscape. The experiment's success also brought to light a crucial lesson. Even seemingly insignificant behaviors by animals like rabbits can occasionally have a significant impact on the ecosystem. What started off as a bold, even fanciful concept developed into a well-planned, scientifically observed intervention, demonstrating that innovation and creativity are just as important in ecology as they are in technology or urban design. The world started to pay attention as the desert gradually responded to the rabbits' activity, not just because of the ecological outcomes, but also because of the unforeseen social and economic repercussions that would ensue. As the sun sets over the rolling dunes of Inner Mongolia, the once silent desert hums again with life. What began as a desperate experiment, a gamble with nature, became a living testament to the resilience of the earth itself. 1,000,000 rabbits, once symbols of fragility, proved that even the smallest creatures can rewrite the fate of an entire landscape. Their burrows breathed air into lifeless ground. Their footsteps traced paths of renewal, and their simple existence reminded the world that progress doesn't always roar. Sometimes, it softly hops. The Million Rabbits Project was more than science. It was a message that nature doesn't need to be conquered. It needs to be understood. That balance can be restored when we choose cooperation over control. Today, patches of green stretch across the Salad Banner Desert, where only dust once ruled. Foxes hunt again, plants bloom, and people speak of the desert not as a graveyard of life, but as proof of rebirth. The story of the rabbits reminds us that hope doesn't always come with power or size. Sometimes it comes in fur and silence, working beneath the surface, unseen yet unstoppable. Because if 1,000,000 rabbits can awaken a dead desert, then maybe, just maybe, humanity can learn to breathe life back into the planet we all share. This was the story of the 1,000,000 rabbits that changed a desert, and perhaps the way we see nature forever.